Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like you weren't enough? Like no matter how hard you try, the world keeps reminding you of your failures. If you've ever felt that way, this story is for you. Because after hearing what happened to Daniel, you will never doubt yourself again. Daniel was just an ordinary young man, quiet, kind, and full of dreams that no one believed in. He grew up in a small town where people valued stability more than passion. His parents wanted him to find a safe job, something that paid the bills and didn't bring shame. But Daniel had a dream that burned inside him. He wanted to be a filmmaker. He could see stories in everything around him, from a child crying on the street to the old man who smiled at strangers. His mind was full of imagination, but his world was full of doubt. Whenever he spoke about his dream, people laughed. They told him to stop wasting his time, to be realistic, to grow up. And so, slowly, the fire in him began to dim. He started to believe their words. Years went by, and Daniel found himself working a job he didn't love. He'd wake up every morning, dress up in clothes that didn't feel like him, and spend his days doing something that drained his soul. At night, he'd scroll through social media and see others living the life he once dreamed of, creating, filming, inspiring. Each time he saw them, a voice inside him whispered, "That could have been you." But then another voice, louder, colder, said, "It's too late. You missed your chance." One evening, after a long, exhausting day, Daniel sat on the edge of his bed. He looked at the old camera he had bought years ago, now covered in dust. Something about that moment broke him. He realized he had spent his life listening to the noise of others instead of the whisper of his own heart. Tears filled his eyes as he whispered to himself, "I don't even know who I am anymore." That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about all the moments he had let fear win, all the times he wanted to try but didn't, all the chances he walked away from. He decided that this couldn't be the end of his story. The next morning, he woke up before sunrise, picked up that old camera, and stepped outside. He didn't know what he was going to film. He just knew he had to start. He began capturing simple things, the sunlight touching the leaves, the smile of a child, the movement of clouds across the sky. It felt like breathing again. Every clip he filmed brought back a piece of the person he had lost. He started posting short videos online. At first, nobody noticed. Days passed, weeks passed, 0 likes, 0 comments. But this time, Daniel didn't stop. He wasn't doing it for approval anymore. He was doing it because it made him feel alive. Then, one day, something unexpected happened. One of his short videos, a simple story about an old shoemaker who worked to feed his family, went viral. People from all over the world began commenting. This made me cry. This touched my heart. Thank you for reminding me what kindness looks like. Daniel couldn't believe it. That one video changed everything. He kept creating, kept sharing his vision with the world, and before long, his channel grew to millions of followers. But more than the fame or the numbers, what mattered most was what he found within himself: belief. He realized that the only thing that ever stood between him and his dream was doubt. The moment he stopped doubting, the universe started aligning. Daniel's journey wasn't easy. He faced rejection, criticism, and loneliness. But every obstacle became a teacher. Every failure became a stepping stone. And as his work grew, he began traveling, meeting people, sharing their stories through his films. One day, while speaking at a youth event, someone asked him, "What was the turning point in your life?" Daniel smiled and said, "The day I stopped waiting for others to believe in me, and started believing in myself." That line stayed with everyone in the room. Because it wasn't just a quote, it was truth. The message in Daniel's story is simple, yet powerful. Self-doubt is the greatest thief of destiny. When you stop believing in yourself, you hand your future to fear. But the moment you choose faith over doubt, everything begins to change. Life doesn't demand perfection, it demands persistence. Every great person you admire started somewhere, small, uncertain, and scared. But they kept going, and so can you. You don't need everyone to understand your dream. You just need to protect it, nurture it, and fight for it when nobody else does. Because your belief in yourself is the foundation on which miracles are built. So if you're listening to this right now and you've been questioning your worth, remember this: you are capable. You are chosen. You are meant for more than you can imagine. Don't let the world define your limits. Don't let failure define your future. You are not too late. You are not too small. And you are not forgotten. Your time is coming. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But it will come. Just like Daniel, pick up your camera, whatever that means for you, and start. Start messy, start scared, but start. The world needs your light, your story, your voice. Don't wait for permission to become who you already are inside. And as this story comes to an end, let this be your reminder. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. So believe so deeply that even fear starts to fear you. The road ahead may not be easy, but it will be worth it. Because one day you'll look back and thank yourself for not giving up when everything seemed impossible. Keep moving forward. Keep fighting for your dream. Don't give up, because your time, your beautiful, long-awaited time, will come.